What's good, YouTube? Got your four horsemen back again. Quarterfinals of the college football playoffs. Before we get started, if you're in your fantasy football championship, good luck. Also, fuck you for making it. I'm sick as hell. Sick as hell. But we got some exciting games. So just so y'all know before we get started, all these games are going to be played for bowl games, so it's not any home field advantages anymore. I think all these games are pretty much played inside or it's nice weather, so that's always nice. No more cold games. That was nice little change, first scenery, but now we got neutral venues. So let's get right into it. We get to start with our team. We are Penn State, Boise State opened up at 10.5. The line's right now at 11.5. Over under is 52.5. I think I already know your pick. Everyone probably knows our pick, but I mean, you want to say it?
Yeah, I like Penn State
Yeah.
minus 11.5. I don't know how Boise State and that Mountain West going to really compete against Penn State, who's been like I don't know. I don't know. Our defense is nice. I don't know. I think they cover that somehow, some way. And I like the over 52.5 points. I like that a lot.
One thing we do gotta be careful with: the one time they did play Big Ten the year, they actually did play Oregon, and they only lost by 3. So obviously they played well versus them. I'm on the same thought as you though. I think Penn State, as long as you stop Genty, obviously if anyone else beats his own Boise State, I'm cool with that. As long as it's not Genty, that just makes sense. I mean, that's playing into the strength of Penn State. It's just a tough matchup for Boise State. I don't think anyone should underestimate Boise State. They have a very solid team, but I think Penn State has a really good chance to really do something this year and even make it to the championship, honestly. I like the matchup if they win next game, either Notre Dame or Georgia, but getting ahead of ourselves. But same thing, I'm on the same thought process as you. I don't know if I would touch the over. Our offense didn't look as well last week, but with that, they should kind of bring it back in. I know you're not a Drew Hour believer. I personally am. I think he's going to have a good game, but I'll do Penn State minus 11.5, and they'll probably do a special where it's like they win by 14 plus. I'll probably do that as long as it's some at least plus odds.
Bet. Next game we got Texas at Arizona State. Arizona State plus 12.5. Over under is 51.5. I was an Arizona State believer last week, but now they're seeing Texas play. I think they can cover the spread.
Yeah.
And then I like the under. I like under 51.5. I think Texas slows the Arizona State down. They'll score their 30 whatever points, but I don't see it going over 50.
Yeah, if I wasn't a gambling man, I would say the same thing. Like, you got to root for Arizona State. But like you said, after watching, they didn't play the best game versus Clemson. But the thing that really stuck out for me is, man, their D-line, man. They're dominant. And obviously, Arizona's offense gets started through Scatterboo. If you're not able to block for him, it's going to be rough trying to get their offense going. It's kind of the same thought process I think Texas is going to have for Penn State. You stop Scatterboo. Anyone else beats us, they beat us then. But we'll live with that. You can't live with, their best player beating you. I think Texas covers this game. I kind of like the under too, honestly. I don't think Arizona can stick in this game. I think they're a little runs over. They're a fun team to watch, but there's just a difference between Big 12 ball and fucking SEC ball, especially this year.
All right, next game's a banger.
Probably game of the year, honestly.
We're at Ohio State at Oregon. Oregon plus 2.5 over
at the Rose Bowl. That's gonna be, bro. First, they gotta make the Rose Bowl the championship every fucking year. Stop fucking around, changing around. That's the best scene in college football. Them games go crazy, but it's gonna kill me to say this. I was with them on the first game. I'm gonna take them on the second game. Ohio State. I said this from beginning year to you. I thought Georgia and Ohio State were probably the best two teams in the season, talent-wise. I still think that. The way I view this is Oregon probably has the better offensive line, quarterback, and coach. I think other than that, Ohio State clears them everything else. It's gonna be a hell of a game, but I think you have to take Ohio State. I think a lot of people are gonna bet Oregon. They see that plus money and they assume undefeated team. They beat them already, but they only lost by 1 at the crib. And personally, I didn't think that was a pass interference for Jameer Smith on that play. I thought it was a clean play. They're a bad call away from beating them at the crib. I think I'm going to take Ohio State. Probably just money line. I don't know, 2.5. It's kind of a tough line to take, but it makes sense too.
Yeah, I agree. Last week I was on Oregon, but Ohio State finally looked good.
Yeah.
Their line played pretty well. but they're the most expensive roster in college football. It looked like it finally showed this past weekend. So, Oregon plus money, man.
You taking them?
Change it back to Oregon. I'm gonna change it back to Oregon. Fuck Ohio State. Change it back to Oregon.
Like that's what I mean. I'm not, it's hard for me.
Yeah.
I as a
think
Big
that
Ten
O-line-
fan too. It's rough because obviously
Yeah.
Penn State. I hate Ohio State my whole life, but I also want Oregon to come into the Big Ten and kind of win too. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's weird.
fuck it. Right. Give me Oregon plus money. I like the over 55.5. I think that Ohio State O-line, that interior O-line weakness is really going to show this game. Last game it didn't show. I think this game it shows. I think it changes everything. Playing against this type of caliber team, can't have no mistakes. And Oregon, that team's just crazy. Yeah, give me Oregon.
I don't know, man. Tennessee is a better defensive line, and they got bitched around, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Last one.
Last game, okay, is pretty good too. We got Notre Dame at Georgia. Georgia minus 1.5. The over under is 44.5. The lowest over under we have all slate. Go ahead, take it over.
Just so you know, Carson Beck isn't going to be playing any of this playoffs. So it is the backup that we saw in the SEC championship game. He isn't a freshman or anything like that. I believe he's a redshirt freshman or sophomore, one of the two. So he has some experience there. I think this is going to be a hell of a defensive game. Apparently, I'm saying this, but give me Notre Dame money line.
Mm-hmm.
After what I saw versus Indiana, obviously Indiana isn't a quality opponent, but Notre Dame, they got some swag to him. Marcus Freeman, he got them boys playing tough. He's going to have them saying, knowing the world's going to pick us, they got a backup picking us over y'all. I think they're going to come out hot. It comes down to their quarterback not making mistakes.
Yeah. Remember I said last week, I said Notre Dame offense has been on fire, and they went off against Indiana. So, I also have Georgia as well. Take the last two underdogs. Took Oregon. I'm taking Notre Dame.
You taking Georgia?
Yeah, I'm taking Notre Dame. My fault.
Oh.
I'm taking both underdogs. Took Oregon last game. Taking Notre Dame in this game plus 100. Give me the under. I think it's going to be a very, very good defensive game, defensive battle. And I think that Notre Dame pulls it out. Give me the under. Give me Notre Dame. I'm moving for that head.
I hope Love takes this time to get healthy. I said that on the last episode. I said if you can take his props, take it. I mean, he got it in one play.
Oh yeah, Carson Beck cleared for the NFL draft today.
It's crazy. He started year as a first round pick, and now he's probably a fucking third day.
Right. Yeah. But other than that, definitely gonna be some good college games. I know I took Penn State minus 11.5, but that could easily be a close game. Hopefully, it is for better entertainment. Texas Arizona State, that might be a blowout. Then we got two good ass games after that where go either way. So
you got a lock? I got a lock. I'm gonna keep it rolling.
Go ahead. You lock.
Let's keep it rolling. I said my lock of the week was Penn State. Same shit. Penn State. I think they're a better team. They're gonna dominate the line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball. They should whoop some ass. We are. You get to the semifinals, play either Notre Dame or Georgia.
I want to say my lock is Notre Dame.
I like it. That's what I was between. I think they have a really good chance to win that game.
Yeah, I really do too. I like that. But other than that, that's all we got. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And let's see where this goes. Hopefully, next video we're talking about Penn State still. If we lose at Boise State, I'm gonna be done with Drew.
I'm gonna be fucking dumbfounded. I'm gonna be sick.
Right. So, other than that, we out this job. Thanks for tuning in. Deuces.
Peace. Love y'all.